The Giants are moving on to the divisional round after their 31-24 win over the Vikings in Minnesota. And SNY NFL insider Connor Hughes, he joins us from US Bank Stadium. And Connor, the question here is simple for me. Big Blue was viewed as being in rebuild mode at the start of this season. So what does this road playoff victory mean for the New York Giants franchise?
Dexter, I'm going to be honest with you. I have absolutely no idea. I mean, we've talked about this rebuild over and over and over again, right? And every time I look at what this Giants roster is, Darius Slayton at receiver, Isaiah Hodgins, Richie James, Daniel Bellinger, an offensive line that's kind of been in flux. I mean, they don't even have their complete five. They rotate their guard position. I mean, you look at this is not a winning recipe for year-over-year success. This is not the recipe that generally gets you into the second round of the playoffs. But week after week after week, the Giants keep proving the naysayers wrong. And Saquon Barkley obviously is magnificent. Daniel Jones, absolutely magnificent. That's why the Giants are in this position. But as far as what it means for their rebuild, I still look at the roster and say, yeah, there's a ton of holes. But at this point, you know what? The Giants are such an incredibly well-coached team. They have such an incredible budding culture. They are so locked into who they are and understanding who they are and what they need to do to win games that at this point, who knows how far they can go. I mean, they're playing a team in Philadelphia that's probably going to be a little rusty after the day off, and Hurts just playing one game in the last 3 or 4 weeks. They're a little banged up. They're injured. No. Do I think the Giants are going to beat the Eagles? Probably not. But you know what? There's been so many games this year where you can say that same thing. So rebuild, culture, where they're at in the rebuild, I don't know. But at this point, I think it's just about hopping on this train, this bandwagon, and seeing how far the Giants are going to go with it, because all they do week after week is prove naysayers wrong.
Proving naysayers wrong. Thank you, Connor. Next up for the G-Men is a matchup with a familiar foe, as he mentioned, the Eagles. Giants fans can now dream about a win over the top seed in the NFC next weekend, which would put Big Blue in the NFC Championship game.